there's not a lot of guys that wear their college colors at the trials. Just talk about that.
Well, I mean, if I was gonna go to the Olympic trials, that was a dream come true to wear my college garnet and gold. Fortunately, the contracts and the agent, the deals weren't worked out, so I had to wear my garnet and gold. It was something that I wanted to do, and I told them, okay, well, I'm not gonna try to make any fast decision. I said I'll wait till after the trials and then we can talk about it. You know, it was kind of a gamble, they would say, but I think regardless, I think I would have been fine. And to go out there and run in my garnet and gold after the season I had, I think that puts a perfect ending into a Cinderella story.
I'm sure you've seen the pictures from the meet when you were in Eugene. I just got my Sports Illustrated today, and there you are across, the finish of the 200, and it got that whole Nike bunch out there in Lance, 6, 5, and 4, I guess. And you were in your FSU thing, and you talked a little bit about your decisions to come back. You've had so much exposure, I mean, at this sport, but do you pinch yourself still to realize that you're here, that this is now and this is very real, even though I know that the investment in time and work, everything's gone into it?
Yeah, I kind of do. I try to hope it's just a dream, I don't wake up. But, it's been a lot of good, hard times. It's been a lot of times where I've been up. So it's been a great season, and I definitely do pinch myself because this has been an up and down season, and you always got to remember that there's light in the tunnel, and that's what I did all season.
Walter, this might be kind of a silly question, but when did you realize, maybe as a kid, that you were, faster than everybody else?
I think when I was playing street football, it was a 13-year-old challenged me to a race, and I was 9. He played football. He's a big a youth football star, and we raced in the middle of the street. I beat him by a lean, and everybody started calling me fast. So,
right.
Everybody started picking me on the football team just because I had speed. I think that was the point when I realized I beat a legitimate, pretty good 13-year-old when I'm only 9.
Right. I was just like a kid in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name?
No, I don't. But I know he was a big kid. I had to beat him by a lean. I was running all out. He took me lightly. That's what happens.
Obviously, we're seeing the success that you have now, but what do you think, you've had injury and things like that, what do you think has been your biggest obstacle to overcome to get where you're at today?
I think it's definitely been just the consistency of keeping faith, keeping focus, and keeping in realization that one day I can come back from this injury. A lot of athletes are not mentally able to do that, and I'm blessed that I had great people around me, and God kept me focused, and I was able to come back from injury and come back and run better than I did last year. I think that was just a blessing.
For those of us who don't know your whole story, can you kind of give us a rundown of some of the more influential people you had growing up who kind of guided this whole process getting where you are today?
All right. Well, the first start with my father. He was a track coach in South Brown. My brother, a track star. He did a long jump and triple jump. Those were my 2 biggest influences. My brother's always around here, Alex Diggs, and my dad's name is Washington Diggs. I think those were my 2 biggest influences. My brother definitely influenced me. He was the first in our family, the first out of us to go to college and be a student athlete. And when I saw him do that and saw the way that he did it, it definitely inspired me to go and get my degree. My father was a track coach. He helped out at high school track, and definitely helped me when I became interested in track. Those were definitely my 2 biggest influences.
How did Florida State help prepare you for this?
Florida State, being a student athlete, just helped prepare me for this. Just trying to balance so many things at one time, definitely helped prepare me for this. I think if I did not have go through 4 years taking 17 hours my last semester running track, joining different organizations, and trying to balance all those things while trying to be a top professional athlete, top track and field athlete, I don't think it would be as plain and laid out for me as it is right now.
There's a lot of stories around this Olympics because of where they're being played that has nothing to do with anything you're responsible for. Is that in your mind at all, or are you just focused on what you got to do?
I'm definitely just focused on what I gotta do. A lot of the times they try to get us caught up in what's going on out there, but I think the security, I believe trusting our security is gonna be fine. I trust in, I'm gonna be traveling with people that I'm comfortable with, and I think all I have to do is focus on running.
Obviously, the Olympics is a big accomplishment, but once that's over, you know, where are you going from there? What's next for Las Vegas?
After that, I run in Zurich. That's that's the most prestigious meet. That's where they take the top Olympians. It's a character meet, and they run them in that meet, and usually a couple of world records get broken there. And then after that, I come home, start filling out papers for grad school, and hopefully I get accepted for January.